Hi everyone. Um, I don't really have a whole lot to say this week, but I can't skip doing an episode because I have been so consistent of doing at least one episode a week. I am so proud of myself. Um, except maybe I missed like 1 week a few years ago, but I've been doing really well since then. So I'm gonna put out this episode and I hope it's relatable, like I always hope these are relatable. Um, so guess what I just found out? Mayim Bialik is finally on Substack. I feel so close to her right now. It is so weird to say that. Oh, I have had to restrain myself from messaging, "Hey, you're autistic." So can somebody else do that for me, please? Anybody that's on Substack, can you just bombard her with messages? Or maybe not. Maybe that's not the way to go about it. Maybe somebody can just be like, "Hey, have you ever considered that you're autistic?" Because I have some serious RSD and also sometimes I don't know what's appropriate and what's not, like for real, when it comes to telling people about themselves, because also I know that people don't want to be told about themselves, and that sounds um like I don't really have any business to be doing that, but do you know what I'm trying to say? I really wish that she would know that she's autistic. She's on Substack now. So oh, and she keeps mentioning autism keeps coming up and neurodivergent words keep coming up, and I'm several episodes behind, so I don't think she probably didn't realize it yet that she's autistic, but she is, and it's just been bothering me so much. You guys are probably so sick of me saying this, but wouldn't it be cool if she could be like a voice for us? Um as she figures her stuff out along the way too. I don't know. I just feel like, okay, I'm closer to her now. We're on Substack. Substack kind of feels like a community. I'm just gonna move on from that. But also, Whitney Cummings, I'm pretty sure I said this before, but if I didn't, that bitch is autistic. I love Whitney Cummings. I have been following her since she was on Chelsea Lately. Remember that show like years and years ago? If you ever watched it, I think it was on E. That was back when Chelsea Handler was like a huge bitch, but I was also a huge bitch at the time, so I found her funny. That's pretty sad, but I still think she's funny. But Whitney Cummings had a interview with Mayim Bialik, I believe it was, and just listen to it. If you don't think that she's autistic, you will by the end of that interview. It was really good. So this week, today's Thursday, I have been today was the first time I left the house since last Friday, almost a week, maybe Saturday. Um, it has been so hot here, and I am not built for hot temperatures. Like it's been like a really uh strong heat wave. I don't know how you guys who live in these hot states in these hot environments are just used to this. I wonder, is there anybody who has pots who has adapted to this kind of environment or something? I don't know. Like, not that I think everybody with POTS gets sick from hot weather, but I'm just curious. I don't know. But it's been like almost 100 on 2 days, and then it was like high 80s yesterday. Um, and I think this might have been like one of the first times I've gotten really annoyed, like really, really annoyed about having POTS. Because it feels like it limits me, and I don't want to become dependent on those anti-nausea meds. Like, I don't want to be taking those every single day. Like, I'm down to taking them when I go out to mow or if I'm going out for any length of time. Um, because I get nauseous, and that's, menopause too, I suppose. That contributes to some nausea because of the hot flashes. Um, but anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I haven't left the house. Not that that's news, like, I usually don't leave very often, but I did want to go and do some things, but I knew that like even stepping outside for 5 minutes, that wasn't going to be any fun, and I would probably get sick, and I don't want to throw up in public. So I just stayed home. Alicia was really nice about it. She was just checking up to make sure, like, I'm eating and drinking because like I can forget to do those things too. And my room really could use an air conditioner, and we actually have a third air conditioner, and I could put it back here, but I want the cats to have a window. The kittens love like sitting by the window. They sleep by the window. They like to smell the air. And so I've got a fan that's pretty decent that, is blowing a pretty decent breeze on all of us back here because it gets kind of hot when you don't have an AC and it's like almost 100 outside. Um, so that probably didn't, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. Okay, but anyways, I would really like to know if anybody is like irritated by their pots, or is it weird to not be irritated by your pots? Because I don't like not being able to go do the things that I want to do, and I haven't really experienced that kind of feeling like too often in my adulthood. I haven't really experienced feeling like that uh, until I figured out what's going on with like my body and the temperature issues I have and all of that fun stuff that comes along with it. So today it was like down to 70 degrees. What a drop. Like 25, 30-degree difference. And I left to go to some stores because that's usually all I really leave to do is go to some stores and get things that we need. Um, and I was excited to be out of the house, so that was a weird feeling too. But also, today is rainy and cloudy, and it was just calling my name. So I just thought I would share that. Um, we have another kid coming this weekend. This time it's Bella because I upped her to once a month instead of once every other month because she's older and like I remember what it was like to be 15. Not a fun time, and you just need a break from your family. So she's coming up. Um, we've had several visits from the kids, and I guess I'm used to it, but I still have a small amount of dread, especially the day before they're supposed to come. Um, and I'm trying to work on this because, I don't want to dread my nieces coming to visit. I like them. I mean, I love them. I di- I love my nieces. I do. Maybe it doesn't sound like it because they are children, but they're older children, so they're not like at the annoying stage of childhood, in my opinion. They actually have things to say and they have opinions, and it's fine once they're here. It's just I know my routine's going to be interrupted. I know I'm going to have to like spend more time like because she's here. I guess it's just because yeah, maybe I'm just dreading it because I know my routine's gonna get interrupted, and I don't like that. And socializing is hard, even if it is with someone who's your family. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick that apart and see if there's anything else going on with that because I don't want to keep dreading a visit from my nieces. But I also am not trying to swing over to like, oh, I'm so joyful. I'm so happy they're here. I'm not trying to swing that far over. I'm just trying to find a happy medium. Um, and just see how that goes. So, and then I've discovered the excellence of kettle chips. Like kettle cooked chips. I have never had those before until like last week. I think cuz I don't really like to eat chips. I don't like regular chips because they're often like just not good. I don't know. I don't like the way they taste sometimes. So like I've really been needing salt because every day I feel like it's this I have to drink a lot of water to stay hydrated, but also like I need to have salt in my system and not keep flushing it out. So it's just weird. And it gets like this the worst during the hotter months of the year. And I picked up a bag of chips when I was at Aldi, I think. Yeah, I was at Aldi and it said kettle cooked, and I was like, I wonder what that tastes like. Well, guess what? If you've never had kettle chips, they are fucking delicious. They are so delicious, especially for my texture preferences. Um, I found out how they were cooked. Like, I did some researching on kettle chips because I wanted to know, how do these taste so fabulous? And I've had a couple of brands. So far, my favorite is Lay's original kettle. But I was like, how can these be so good? And then I found out that they were cooked in smaller batches for longer and at lower temperatures. And so, like, it ends up being super flavorful, just the right amount of salt. And it's got a crunch instead of like a crisp. Like, I don't like crispy, light things, I like heavy things. And this is like the perfect crunch. It's just so fucking delicious. So, if you're struggling with like your salt intake, I would recommend chips, but also maybe not. Maybe it's not the best choice for replenishing salt, but also I should just say this is turning into one of those things where like, I don't want to love this as much as I loved that Hershey's cookies and cream stuff. So I got to be careful with how much I consume, but they're delicious. So I don't know why I didn't find out about these sooner. And the last thing I'm going to say is about Substack. Uh whether you're over there or not, I was thinking about things that like um well, I don't, my mouth is starting to rah, 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 rah. Basically, I started like a news section on my Substack called the Autism Script Vault, or the Autistic Script Vault. One of those. I forgot what they were, what I called it. And boy, am I bad at like advertising. So basically, like, if you ever wanted the exact words for what you can say to people in different situations, like how you say no, I am starting a section where, like, weekly I'll be uploading downloadable PDFs of scripts of those situations. Like, it's just way better to read the section and the little post I had describing what it is than it is to listen to what's coming out of my mouth, because it's hard to describe when it's coming out of my mouth. But in case like you struggle with that, I provide like the exact words you could use, not suggestions or tips or anything like that. Just like, use these words and say this thing to explain this aspect of yourself in like the most concise and tactful way possible. Um and I've actually, like, when I used to be a counselor, I did a lot of these too. Like, looking back, oh my god, the majority of my clients over the years were autistic, and I just didn't fucking know it. So some of these, like, I did like way back in the day, and I've had to update them for like, today or whatever. But people seemed to find them helpful back then. So, if you need some help with your communication, um, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because like I need help with mine too when it comes to talking, just in general. Uh, then maybe check it out. It is under the paid section, so like you would have to become a $7 a month paid subscriber. So yeah, it is a little bit of like capitalism, and I hate that word because it gets so overused, and I hate talking about money because it's so cringy to me. Um, like, I don't know, but the support would be great. I would be able to buy more kettle chips probably. Um, and but other things that are like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe just go to that section and, like, I don't know. How much time did I waste on this? Oh fuck, almost 15 minutes. Now I have to publish it. If this is anybody's first episode, I don't know how to edit audio, so you get to hear it all. Um So maybe just go to my Substack and like read the post that I have explaining what it is. And then you could check it out. If you don't like it or like any of the other paid stuff that I have, you can definitely quit. You only gave me $7. Um, but it was such a valuable $7. So I'm gonna thank you in advance. And I hope you find them helpful. Because a lot of these things, like, I have said myself, And I even have a section about like in case it backfires, because you could have the perfect words, but if you're talking to a complete asshole, you need a backup plan. And so I provide that too because I think that's like just as important. But anyways, if that sounds like something you might be into, um feel free to check it out. I might actually unlock the first post soon just so like people can see what they would be paying for, in case that's helpful. I don't know. Okay, so that's all the advertising. Oh wait, I'm on Instagram. I post some dumb shit there. Threads. People seem to like the dumb shit I post there. Um, and LinkedIn. I don't post dumb shit there. I post like little articles or posts or whatever. And some other Blue Sky. I post some dumb shit over there. But like I don't think the dumb shit isn't worth your time. It could be. Who knows? And that's all I really have to say for today, for this week. Um, I'm not sure what to call this episode, so I'll think of something. But thank you for listening. Please, 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 like leave me a comment or email me with suggestions on other things you would like me to talk about. Like for real. Like I haven't gotten any of those yet, and I know I asked for it before. So here's just a second ask, please. Like, is there anything that you want to know about me? Ew, I'm sorry I said that. I'm not trying to be narcissistic, but like I don't know. I say all kinds of shit on here. If there's anything you want to know about me that I haven't talked about, or if you want me to address some other aspect of like late identified autism or something, I'm please, I'm very welcome to that. So I'm just gonna end this episode and give my mouth a break because today talking has been pretty tough for me. Um, oh wait, I do want to say one more thing. So my wife um triggered my RSD last night. And I'm just sharing this in case like this has happened to somebody else and you'd like to hear that it happened to me. I don't know. But basically last night we were in bed, like I was tucking her in is what she calls it, which is me just like cuddling her until she's like, "Okay, I'm tired. The meds are kicking in. You can leave now." So that's like our nightly thing. And then I stay up for like 8 hours longer. But anyways, so she's at the DMV right now. And because her license is expiring, and I realized I should probably update my license. It's not expired, but like basically I have almost a 20-year-old picture of myself. It's the first picture I took when I came to the States after getting out of the military. So I look like a fucking child in that driver's license, but during the pandemic my license expired and it was early on in the pandemic. So like nobody was taking in-person appointments for stuff. So the DMV allowed you to do it online and keep the same picture that you had if you wanted to. And so I just did because it was easier. Um, but I also want something that says veteran because I think you can put that on your license. And this dumb fucking thing called a real ID. If you live in America, you know what that is. I just think it's so fucking stupid. Like, what is the, we need a real ID. We need that to say that on the license or something just to be able to fly around the fucking country. I don't even trust the planes in this country right now, so I am not flying anytime soon. Um, but anyways, I probably should put have an updated picture of myself, the middle-aged updated picture. Um, so anyways, so I asked Alisha if she could make me an appointment because you can do it online for like next month so I can go and can she please take me? Because she's also been super busy and had lots like so busy. She's had a lot going on this week too. Um So she was like, started filling out an appointment for me to go with her today since she's already going. And I immediately was like, no, 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 I don't have time to prepare. I need time to prepare. That's why I said next month. Um, and so she's like, well, I'll just put you in for next Thursday because that's my day off. And I said, I do not want you to take me on your day off because that's your day off from work. You should not be doing stuff like that. Like, please make it for next month so I have like time to prepare. But it just, I got that look. Like, she was so annoyed. And I was like, uh-oh. So my RSD kicked in big time and I got the fuck out of that bedroom and just went back to like working on stuff because like I just didn't feel good when she made that face. And I know that like I feel like I'm a lot sometimes. Is that internalized ableism? Like maybe it is. I feel like I'm a lot and there's times where like I know I'm probably coming off as annoying. And I know that people are allowed to make facial expressions and they're allowed to feel however they want to feel. It's just like it extra sucks when it's your wife and you've been sharing with her, about autism and how you process, and she knows I need time to prepare now. Like she knows that. It's not nothing that she has forgotten because of how often I've talked about needing time to prepare. So I don't know, that was kind of like annoying too that she just wanted, and I get it, like it would be easier for me to go with her today, but that I have too much anxiety to do that. I need way more time to prepare to go to the fucking DMV because the DMV, she just texted me. Apparently there's 18 windows. 18 windows at the DMV and she's like, "Yeah, you're going to need headphones because it's, really really noisy in here." And I'm like, "Oh, great." It's like I haven't been to the DMV since the first time I got my license. Maybe when I got a car, I did that one time too. To get a title or whatever the fuck. That was years and years ago, but I thought by now it would have improved and they would have figured out their systems. So to hear that the DMV is still chaotic baffles the fuck out of me. Somebody needs to fix that, please. Okay. Well, thanks for listening to that in this whole episode. And I really appreciate the time that you take to listen to me, to read my nonsense, to send me messages and leave comments. Like all of that means so very, it just means so much to me. I really, really appreciate it. I like hearing from people. Um, okay. Um, bye.